Kate, it was a great 3 points on Saturday, unbeaten in October, but another tough game coming up tomorrow night. How's the turnaround and the change around, and how were all the guys after the game?
Yeah, obviously we got back Saturday night and sort of patched a few people up. We're in Sunday morning for training then. So it's they come thick and fast. The games in this championship, it's unrelenting, unforgiving, but it's brilliant. It's a great league and I love it. And thankfully people came through. There's a few knocks, as I said, in the game, but everyone came through unscathed, and so we've got a full complement to pick from, which is really good. Jazz is coming on quite nicely with his injury, but he's still going to be a couple of weeks. Hopefully after the international break he should be available as well, so we're looking strong. It's good.
You changed the formation, went to a 3-5-2, which is, I know, a formation you're very familiar with the Wales setup. Do you feel now that you've got the personnel that you need at your disposal to be able to switch things up a bit and counter what was obviously going to come your way from the same formation with the Bristol City side?
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, we played our system slightly different to theirs in as much as we had sort of 2 players behind the striker, so whether they had 2 up front and the number 10. We had Ross and Tom Kearney playing as 2 number 10s, which is how we play it with Wales. We got Ramsey and Bale doing that job. So Kearney McCormack in the Championship is a good pairing for doing that, without a doubt. And they both had good games for us on Saturday and looked a real threat doing that. Now, partly it's a formation I've thought about doing for a long time, and now I think we've got the personnel to do it, as we proved on Saturday. I felt Saturday was probably the ideal time to do it, to match up against them. But also it's something that I'll do at other times as well, when I think it's right to do it. If I think that system can work against other teams, then I'll do it, So, but we've got good options now, which is great. I like to play different systems, but you need the personnel to do it. I won't force things for the sake of it. It's got to be right for the personnel you've got available, and we've got a good squad of players, and we've got quite a few different options, which gives us another angle to hurt the opposition.
Burnley are going to be incredibly difficult. They're one of the favourites for automatic promotion. Turf Moor is a tough place to go at the best of times. What are you thinking for tomorrow night?
Yeah, exactly that. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard work. We're going to have to defend resolutely and be solid as a unit, as a group, which I expect us to do. The one thing that annoyed me a bit on Saturday really was we conceded a goal, albeit very, very late on, and it was great. I came in to change them at the end of the game, and the players were all arguing about the goal, about conceding the goal. We scored 4 away from home in what was a sensational performance, but they're arguing about the goal we conceded, and I think that's a winning mentality. That's what I want, and so I was sort of delighted with that in a funny sort of way. I thought that was excellent. So. We know we can still get better defensively. We went to Borough and kept a clean sheet, which was a very difficult place to go. We can do this. Again, it'll be defending as a team, which we need to do, and we've started doing it loads better, and we're getting better all the time. There's exactly what I said. I've said all along this season. We're in a building stage very much, and it will keep improving. It will keep getting better.
And on to Musa Dembele, obviously 2 goals. He's doing really well. I know you don't think he's the finished article yet, and he's still got a long way to go. But in terms of Musa and Fulham Football Club, he's been offered a deal. There is a deal on the table. Is there any news on that?
No closer to signing it as of yet. Musa is someone who's done very, very well. We've given him a chance, and he's taken it extremely well. We do a lot of work with him in training. This last week he was. Curbs called him in and went through some clips with him on the video. So he's getting real nurturing and real advice, and it will all help him improve his game. And he's we're a work in progress, as I said, as a football club at the moment, I think. And Moose is very much a young player who's learning, developing, and he's getting better and better all the time. And just coming from training now, and some of the football out there was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Like a joy to watch, and the confidence running through the whole squad is fantastic.
I could hear it. There was a lot of laughing and joking going on.
Yeah, and that's how I want it. I want it. It's hard work, and I want the players really at it in training. But I want them to enjoy it as well. And I love them having a bit of a laugh and things like that at the right times. And I say they do that hard work with the quality, and it's a great combination. That's what we're getting now.
2 big games coming up. Obviously tomorrow night at Burnley and then Birmingham. both of those teams above Fulham in the league. Is this a real kind of testing period now to see matching up with the guys that are above you?
Yeah, I think so. There's no easy games in the Championship, and they're all tough, but they're all winnable. And I honestly now fancy us to beat anyone we play. I've done all season and disappointed with the points tally early doors, but Brighton are still unbeaten, top of the league. We should have beaten them. We were by far the better team, had the better chances second half, and then they changed their shape to try and take the draw. They took off a striker, put on a holding midfield player, and they were taking the draw. And but for a injury time penalty against a run of play, we should have actually gone on and won the game, let alone get a draw and end up losing like we did. So, they're the top team who are sort of flying at the moment and still unbeaten, like I say, and we're as good as anyone in this league, and so we're getting better.
Wish you luck.
Thank you.